To add an AP invoice or a bill, we start by heading over to the Accounts Payable module, then click on AP Purchase Invoices. We can press the plus button to go direct to adding an invoice, or if we press the AP Purchase Invoice list, that will take us to all of the current invoices. To add a bill or an invoice, press the Add button. Now what we do is we select the relevant supplier, so I will choose this here. If they're not in the system, you will need to add them first, but what you will notice is that by just selecting the supplier, the pay to and return to fields have pre-populated, so have the net terms because we already set that up in the supplier record, and the relevant tax information and currency. What we need to do is create an invoice number. If there are any references you need to add to the fields or any descriptions, we can add those in here and here. In the terms section, you can also see that we can add attachments. And then if we press place this AP purchase invoice on hold, we can stop this invoice from moving any further on in the system. We can also have a recommended pay on date for an invoice as well. Because I am multi-currency and multi-entity, I will need to select my base currency. Now, if we look at the line item entry, this is where we'll break down the cost. Choose the correct expense code, so it could be office supplies. Intacct is intelligent, it has its filtering system to save time, so if you know it's office or you start with one, that list will then consolidate down to a more relevant view. Then we just add the transaction amount, so just pop that as £100. Here you can see, so across all of Intacct, this is dimensionalised. We select the relevant department, so we'll say this is actually the admin team. The location is my group. If there are any other dimensions, so projects this is dedicated to, is this also billable? Do we have multiple taxes applying to this one line? And then what we do is select the tax detail. This can also auto-populate depending on what's in your supplier record. And there you will see underneath a tax summary breakdown once that's been selected. You'll notice that if we have any maybe recurring invoices that seem the same, we can actually populate from the last invoice. So if I press that, all of this will pre-fill. And then what I would need to do is just edit that based on the invoice number or the amounts depending on what changes. We can add multiple lines if we need to. When you're done, you've got two options. So if your company uses approval workflows, you would click submit to send it for review. When you've got the correct permissions, it's good to go, and this will book the cost to the general ledger and flag it for payment. And that's it. An invoice is logged, coded, and submitted either for approval or it's ready to pay.